Missions Pulse. Know God's heart, join His mission.
I want to change the whole perception of what a missionary is in the 21st century. And the way we're going to do that is by what you were talking about, C.T. Studd. We're going to go into universities, we're going to go into churches, and we're going to appeal to the young generation. We're going to raise up some of the finest representatives that would be able to take the gospel into the boardroom of a Fortune 500 company. They could take the gospel into a palace, into a parliament, into a Congress, and have confidence and boldness in the way that they carry themselves, the way that they look, and that when people look at them, they first win them to themselves, and then they win them to their message. Yeah. We've heard this said, God looks upon the heart. And I agree. That's the most important part of the person. But I believe what's on the inside of the heart shows on the outside also, in the way that the way that you manage your facility. Is your facility clean? The way you dress, the way you treat people. Even if you can't afford a good car, say you have to drive a motorbike, at least clean your motorbike. Do what we do with excellence to represent the kingdom of God, because though God looks upon the heart, your influence begins with the image that people have of you. And if they don't respect you at first sight, they're probably not going to listen to your message. So we want to train people not only how to preach the gospel, not only how to have a strong spiritual life, not only how to see the kind of miracle signs and wonders that they saw in the early church, and to demonstrate the same power that Jesus demonstrated. That's all very important to being a missionary, but it's also how you carry yourself, how you act, how you present the kingdom of God to others, so that you don't look like and act like some kind of a freak.
Well, I think to give some context here, let's say we're in Chiang Mai, Thailand. When you need to go down for your, in our case, 3 months or 90-day reports, you walk into the
immigration office,
and you see people in their pajamas.
Oh, yeah.
You see people just dressing sloppy or ragged or a little risque. Thankfully, I think a lot of the Thai can differentiate between general tourists and missionaries.
Hopefully.
I think there's many missionaries who fall into that category and cannot be differentiated.
Right, yeah.
But
you can spot them, actually. You go out into some public areas in countries like where we live, and I can spot a missionary. I can tell who's who, and we want to change the way we're carrying ourselves.
Typically, you do have a general. You feel that missionaries are representing themselves across the board. Let's make a major generalization here. Not only in Thailand, but around the world. Are missionaries kind of shifting to a new breed of missionary? Or are we still kind of living in the past as how we represent ourselves and therefore represent Christ?
New breed is key word right there. God is raising up a new breed of missionaries.
Is that happening right now?
It's happening. I think we're just beginning to see the beginning stages of that. And I feel like organizations like yours and ours, we're on the spearhead where that is actually an important thing to us. And we're seeing it happen. For instance, I'll give you a modern day example right here in Thailand, not far from where we're sitting right now. 16 years ago, Julie and I and another couple, some of our best friends, they were our parents, our children's godparents.
Okay.
We started an organization called Zoe. They're the CEO. They run it, but we're on the executive board. When we started that organization, we were, as two couples, we were committed to the highest level of excellence to represent the kingdom of God we possibly could. Today, this is an organization that is involved in child rescue. Today, the Thai government, they just awarded them a very high award in Bangkok from the Prime Minister of the country.
Wow.
And
I just got goosebumps when you said that, because I know them.
And many of the top government leaders, we're not talking about just local government leaders, we're talking about top government leaders. We're talking about American embassy ambassadors.
Yes.
We're talking about high-level law enforcement from the United States government are coming to this facility and seeing our program because it's run with such excellence and because we're getting results.
Missions Pulse. Know God's heart, join His mission. This podcast is powered by Within Reach Global. Subscribe, watch, and listen on YouTube today. Visit missionspulse.com.